Hey guys, let's see. Oh, I am live. So I'm live on YouTube. I'm about to be live on Facebook. Sorry that I was late. I'm gonna set up my. Um, hey Facebook, hey YouTube. This is your girl Kimberly Chapel, and I'm here with another great topic. Uh, I am trying to be able to run both at the same time. So if you see something that's not right, y'all hit me up and let me know. Tap in, tap in, tap in. Let me tag some folk. Uh, Sit up here and tag a few people. All right. I'm just going to tag a few people. I see two people join me. I don't know who you are. Say hi. So it's in the comments. It's new school wives versus old school wives. Tell me if my sound is too loud, if I need to bring it down. Hey girl, hey. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Facebook if that's where you're watching me from. Guys, once we finish my live, if you can just go over and run this back on YouTube, like, share on Facebook and YouTube. Your girl just got off of work. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my story. I'm going to get it started. So I'm a half old school, half new school wife. Hey Lee. Okay, thank you, Derica. So I'm a new school wife, but I'm also an old school wife. So as you all know, hey Tanika, I was I'm a travel nurse. So I was gone most of my time in the home with my husband. So now that we have come to Atlanta and kind of planted our feet down, hey Christina, tell your mama to join too. Now that we've come to Atlanta and I've kind of planted my feet down, your girl has become an old school wife. And when I say old school wife, meaning that we as women go out, we work all day just like the men do. We come home and we cook and we do our wifely duties. So that's what I meant by I'm a old school wife when it comes to that. However, your girl don't clean up. I don't clean. So the compromise for my husband, because he works nights, and this is where the new school wives come in. The new school wife and me don't clean up. He washes dishes after I cook, but he also pays for the housekeeper because your girl don't clean up. I don't got time for that. I'm not doing all of that. Coming home, cooking 7 days a week, and then I got to clean up. And we don't have any children at home, so it makes it a little easy for us, but we compromise. My husband does the laundry. I'll do the laundry if I feel like it. If he didn't do it for the week, I'll go ahead and get down and put the laundry in, do things like that. Other than that, I'm not doing that. So that's when I become the new school. I've heard a lot of people say, remember that old commercial, I can bring home the bacon fried up in the pan, and never, 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 let my husband forget he's a man, 'cause I'm a woman. Y'all remember that? I don't know. You babies might never remember that, but that was a song. Um, I'm not on Instagram, Tracy. I don't have my other computer, and I had to work late, so I only could set up two things, and it was the YouTube and it was YouTube and Facebook. So I'm not on Instagram at this moment. We will do next Thursday. Hopefully, I can get off. I had to work late, so that's why. So your girl would like to know, or I want to hear from you guys, what let me know. You old school, new school, and even husbands. I got some men watching tonight. Let me know what you prefer. Do you prefer y'all doing it equally, or do you prefer her doing that, coming home after she done worked, coming home, cooking, cleaning, seeing after the children, for the ones who have children? Y'all let me know. Hey, Miss Olivia, thank you for joining. So I just want to know what you guys think. Is it new school woman, old school woman, new school man? Because at one time when I was traveling, my husband was I call him a house husband. He didn't work. I did all the working, but he cooked. He made sure everything was clean. He had my bath water ready when I got off of work. Like, he did all of that. Derica says, I believe in traditional roles as a wife. I prefer old school. If he does what a man is supposed to do, I'm in the household. Okay, Derica. Anybody want to elaborate on what Derica got going on? I would love to bring somebody in. Kizzy believes in equally. She says equally share. And we got Lee says, I say pure communication and teamwork, understanding the roles. I got you. You said equal. Lee believes in if you communicate, the roles change. But Lee, I need to bring you on because you said, I say pure communication and teamwork and understanding the roles. Now, what do you mean by that? I'm going to tap in and I'm going to see if I can bring Lee on, y'all. Because Lee said they need to understand the roles. So give me a minute. Let me add Lee. Lee, you accept. Let's add you to this live. I can't add Lee. He ain't on here. I can't find him. All right. I can't find him. So, a question again is, do you believe in old school wives, new school wives? Do you believe in everybody should play their part? Derica, can I bring you in? Lee back. Let me add Lee. Lee, accept. I'm adding Lee. YouTubers, I don't know if you can see Lee because he's on Facebook, but I will. Lee didn't want to get on my invitation. That's cool. I'm going to bring Derica in. Let's see what Derica has to say. Hey, Tina K. All right, Derica, I'm adding you. So Facebook, you'll be able to see Derica. YouTubers, I'm sorry, you'll be able to hear Derica. Hey.
I can hear you.
Okay. So Facebook, you'll definitely be able to hear Derica. You won't be able to see Facebook. You'll be able to see Derica. YouTube, you won't be able to see Derica until I learn my craft. I'm getting there. All right. So tonight we have Derica on the line. Good morning, good evening.
Hey,
Look,
hey.
I've been working too long. It was a hard day at work today. I couldn't run around like I normally do. Okay, so let's get your take.
It's all good.
Let's get your take on this new school, old school. Hey, Vicky.
I'm let me turn the TV down real quick. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I believe in traditional roles, period, in the household. I'm okay with working and cleaning and all of that, right? When I come home from work, I get it. It's a lot, especially when you have young kids in the household. I get it. However, if the man in the household is holding up his end of the bargain, doing the yard work, making sure things in the house are taken care of as far as not just the, finances, but if things that break down in the household, he has other additional things that he would have to do in the household too. So in terms of me thinking of it on the lines of just going to work, coming home and cleaning and taking care of the kids, I'm okay with that. Call me weird.
Okay, no,
okay with it.
It's not weird. But let me just tell you this: there are some men who are not crafty or a fixer, because every man didn't grow up with a husband, and they might not have learned their things that you feel is a man's point of view. Some women grew up being the parent alone until they found that Boaz, and they had to learn how to fix things also. So I'm not a yard person. I want my yard to look good, but I am not a yard person. However, neither is my husband. So at this point, we gotta pay somebody to do that too. As far as mowing the grass, yeah, but as far as keeping up with the flowers and edging, I'm sure he could learn, but given with him working at night, it's not really always feasible. He could, but he hasn't. And then right now, at this moment, we're renting, and I don't want to make somebody else's yard look cute because it ain't none of mine. However, there's some women that can fix on stuff better than the men. So what do you say in that take?
Well, like Lee had made the comment about you have to understand the roles or whatever the communication is. If she may be better at working on the things in the household, he may be better at cooking. It's just understanding the assignment. But when I took the question, I took it personally for me and my life. I would definitely prefer to be that old school mom, that old school wife in the household. But absolutely, you have to draw that line, the line of communication and understanding from the get-go. And like you said, like a woman may be better at fixing things, doing yard work. Because I know plenty of women that yards are beautiful not because of the husband,
right,
but because of them.
Right.
So you have to make sure that there's an understanding there between the two entities, the two people, in the relationship, and what role they're going to play in the relationship.
Okay.
Because both of them can't do the same thing.
Okay, so now I just read Kizzy's comment. She said there is no roles because where I slack, he's going to pick up. Where he slack, I'll pick up. So if the lawn needs to be cut, I guess I got to hit for more. I'm assuming that she's going to cut that yard. So I understand that she's meeting in the middle, but a lot of people would say then, Kizzy, you're new school. Because most women, new school women, they want to either we meet in the middle or you do this and I'm going to do this. To me, that's a new schooler. I work 8 hours just like you do. Why do I need to come home and cook? You got here before I did. Why you can't cook? So, Darika, I thank you for joining. I'm going to pull Kizzy in and I'm going to see what her thoughts is.
And ask Kizzy who buy the kids' shoes. Bye.
Okay.
Her or Eric. Eric do everything.
Okay. All right, Kizzy, I'm bringing you in. I'm adding Kizzy because Kizzy, she had a valid point. Kizzy,
hey,
first of all, your sister want to know who buying the shoes, who buying the kids' shoes.
Hey, I ain't brought my kids' shoes in forever because I ain't about to do it no more when everybody else is volunteering. So thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Jordan type or Nike type parent. So if they want that, whoever said that they have it, they can have it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I don't care about being old school or new school. But this is just what works in our household. And I've been married for 12 years. With me and Eric been together for 19 years. This what works in our household. Where, like I said, where I slack up, he will pick up. So that means if the clothes need to be washed and he realizes that I'm tired from working, he will wash and fold those clothes.
Okay.
If he becomes sick and that lawn at that particular time needs to be cut, and I have to step up as a wife. It's no roles in our marriage or in our household. I don't believe in that. I saw my mama for so long doing this old school traditional stuff, and it wore her down. Now we doing stuff together. Where I slack, he's going to pick up, and where he slack, I will pick up. That's just where it worked for us.
Okay, so when you say you seen your mom do the old school role, but your daddy was bringing home the bacon and making sure the line and everything else was done?
She worked as well too. She worked as well too.
Okay.
He did bring home. He brought home the bacon. He did that. He made sure things was fixed around the house as well. But that came with consequences. Again, I'm not about to do it.
Okay. I just seen sorry kids, I didn't hit a button, I don't know what I hit. Darika said y'all dad did yard work. And then Darika also says having roles doesn't mean that you can't help each other out. That's true. But
what do people mean when there's roles then? Because if there's roles, then why are we even putting a label on it?
Okay.
We're just simply helping each other. It's equal. We're
Right.
just helping each other out.
Okay. And so Lee, since you brought up the communication and the role part, you sure you don't want to join in, Lee? Because we want to know what you mean by roles in the house.
Lee said he was in the bathroom.
Okay. I can't stand you. Olivia, I see you. Olivia says she like old school. And Olivia, can I bring you on? Because I want to know what you mean by you like old school. I need you to let me know. Hold on. Lisa, he is in the bathroom. Not equal because I don't want to be equal to my men. So Tracy, can I bring you on? Because I don't understand what you mean by that. Well, I do understand. I'm with Tracy. Tracy doesn't want to be equal to her men. You want your men to lead, I'm assuming. Kizzy, I'll get back with you. I'm sure I'm going to have to tap in because you always got something good to say. I'm bringing on Tracy.
Can you bring her on?
I don't know. Let me see.
Well, send me out. She said she at work.
Tracy at work. Okay. Okay. Tracy's at work.
Let me just clear myself when I say equal. I'm talking about housework.
Okay.
My man wear the pants in the relationship. He will lead.
Okay.
He will lead. He will wear the pants in the relationship, and he will when things need to be
handled.
Answer as a man, he will answer as a man.
Okay.
But when I say equal, I'm talking about the roles in the household, like housework and little stuff like that. Now, I will get out there because Daddy taught us how to fix on cars as well.
Right.
I get out there too. I painted my doggone house. So, I mean, like you said, we're
Okay.
handy. There are handy women out there.
There's definitely handy women because I've learned a lot. Before I married Emmett, I had to do a lot on my own because I had my children early on. That my firstborn, he didn't really have to clean up or anything like that because he was my firstborn. My younger two, I taught them all of that. I taught Drea how to cook at an early age. I taught Drea how to wash at an early age. And I think that's just the motherly things that we do. Now, when Drea got tired of washing George's clothes, Drea turned around and she then showed George how to wash his clothes. And she was like, I'm not washing your clothes. I don't want to be washing your funky drawers. So then, therefore, George learned those things. Now, the cleaning up part, I taught that. But my first son, I'm assuming that he probably got that. I don't know. I'm assuming he may have gotten that from me as he got older, where they had to keep their room clean and things like that and stay out of that. But oh yeah, Drea can cook. She can throw down, and she got it from my mama. Everybody didn't think I could cook because I don't like to do that. I ain't never been the person that loved to go in the kitchen, love to cook. I ain't never been that type of person. However, when I started traveling, and then after I finally came home and we were in our own, I took pleasure in going home and cooking for Emmett. Like that was a pleasure. I took pleasure in doing those things. So that's when I became the old school. I became the old school. But again, your girl ain't the one who like to. I don't like to clean up. I will clean up, but he know that if I'm working 12 hours and I'm working 12 hours and I'm working 4 days a week, or if I'm working 8 hours and I'm working 5 days a week, I'm not coming home cleaning up. I just ain't. Olivia said, just saying he was. Hold on. Let's see what Olivia said. Just say, just saying that he was raised right already, knowing what to do as a man, good dad plus good men's and relationships. I can go on and on. Oh, that's she talking about her man. When we first met, he was on point. Okay, well then I guess I did good. Shan say Drea can cook. Drea can cook. When Drea found her man, thank God. But when Drea becomes somebody's wife, I think Drea gonna be the old school because she enjoys things like that. Her mama ain't that girl. I don't enjoy that. So I'm just saying. Somebody said I'm a rookie. Hold on, who is that? I'm a rookie to marriage and a baby compared to a lot of you all, but my overall experience is that old school wife with a splash of new school husband. Is it Monice? Monice?
Monique.
Okay, okay. Monique said she knew. My sister-in-law said my husband pays all the bills. We all clean and help each other out. Now, when I was a single mom, I did everything. Okay, so when I got into my relationship, he told me to let him do the heavy stuff. So that's my sister-in-law Angie. So Angie, so you're saying that you still, I think you still have children at home, and I think it's a little different when you have older children at home, because the older children can kind of take over the house cleaning, as far as keeping everything up, where you go in there and you do a deep clean when it's time to deep clean. But my question to you is, Angie, so do you consider yourself as an old school wife? We'll wait for that. Monice said she old school.
Moniece, not Moniece.
I'm sorry,
Moniece.
Monique. Is Monique saying she old school?
Angie wants to come on.
Okay, Angie, I'm finna bring you on. I'll see you later, Kizzy. I'm sure you're gonna jump back in. Okay. Hey sis, I just added you. It's coming up. Let me try to add you again. Hold on. Okay, she connected. Hey sis, I'm glad you're at the hospital. Happy late birthday.
You too, Pumpkin.
We share the same birthday, y'all. Okay, so you consider yourself as an old school wife since your husband's taking care of everything, and tell me.
Okay, so I do kind of sort of consider myself old school because I'm at that cusp, that age limit, that cusp that it's God, husband, wife, kids.
Okay.
I take care of the house.
Okay.
Even when I was working in better health, I worked a full-time job. I went to pick up the kids. I made sure that they did their homework. Make sure they kept their room clean and stuff like that. So I tell people all the time, I had my kids in my early 20s,
right,
when I was supposed to.
Right.
Because now I'm in my 40s and my kids are, 18, 17.
Okay.
And
my husband kids are grown, you know, and they're in their
Right.
20s having kids of their own. So we got grandkids now.
Okay.
So, you know, like my kids don't do like the talk back or nothing like that.
Right, right.
They're not, you know, you go out, they're respectful. They have manners.
But now,
Well,
saying with saying, I'm gonna let you finish because I gotta say something about that kid and
Okay.
the manners thing.
okay, so when it comes to roles, you know, everybody in the house cooks. I taught my kids how to cook because I was a single mom, and for a long time, I was
Right.
a single mom before I got married. You know, just like I said in my message, my daddy used to be a mechanic, so he taught me and my sister and my brother how to do all that stuff, so I can get out there and change
Okay.
the tire.
Okay.
And I taught my boys that because I'm a boy mom, so I taught my boys that. You know what I'm saying? My husband taught his girls that, so they could be self-sufficient whether they had a man or not.
Okay.
But when I got into a relationship with him almost 20 years ago, he was okay with it at first, and then he felt some kind of way about it.
Okay.
You know, growing into our relationship. So after he started feeling some way about it, you know, he was like, "Stop doing that. Let me help you do that. I'll take your car to the shop."
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you need something, you let me know because I'm the one who's choosing to
Okay.
take care of you and the kids.
Okay. So he stopped
So
you
I
in,
had
once
to
you
give-
got
I
into
had to
y'all's
give up.
once you got
Mhm.
into y'all's relationship and he knew that it was going to be a solid foundation, he was like, "Okay, I'm the man. All I need you to do is stay in the house and do your part. I got this other part."
No, I worked.
You still worked.
Yes, I
Okay.
still worked.
Okay.
I
And-
worked I worked early morning shifts. He works late shifts.
Okay.
And then we come together in the cusp. So like, if I'm unable to do something with the kids, he'll change his schedule.
Okay.
You know, to help to go get the kids and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's like
Compromise.
new school or whatever, but I could still consider it old school.
I think
because
that's
I'm
old
still
school.
telling my kids what my grandmama was telling me, what my mama was telling me, all the stuff that I didn't understand when I was a kid. I understand what they were saying now.
Right.
That's
And
a life choice, but I don't think kids now understand that.
So you think
Mothers
that?
now are trying to be their kids' friend. I'm
Okay.
not your friend.
So now let me go back to the kid thing. What you were saying? Do you think that's what I was getting to? And you put it right there on the nail on the head. Do you think because they're new school wives, they don't parent the same? And I know this is not on the subject about the wives. They parenting is different because they're not brought up old school wives. They're brought up new school wives. Do you actually think that the parenting is different?
Yes.
Okay.
Nowadays, I think parents are trying to be friends.
Okay.
Like I know a lot of kids who like talk real crazy. Like they cuss and everything in front of their parents.
Okay.
They hang with their parents. They go out with their parents. They drink with their parents. They smoke with their parents. And their parents now is cool with that.
Okay.
I wish one of my kids would try to do that. No, I'm still not your friend. Jonathan's 18. Now my kids can talk to me openly because I've developed that kind of relationship with them because I didn't grow up with that. So it's a different thing. Like my kids can talk to me like when we were growing up, kids stay in your place.
Right.
You don't talk to your parents. And I didn't want that for my kids because I lacked that in my relationship with my you know what I'm saying, with my parents.
Okay.
I wanted that to be different with my kids.
Okay. And so by you being in church and you reading your word, you follow the biblical God, husband, children. And so and I think you can be new school and still do that because I think you can still be new school and do that particular thing because
Right. It's
taking
just
care of the
when
household and taking care of your man, some people think it's one and the same. I don't. I don't.
because your husband or your man, he needs something totally different than what your household is getting.
Right. And I think
He reserves the respect because just like Proverbs 31, She took care of the house. She took care of her husband in a totally separate way. So I try to do that Proverbs 31, and I also try to be a Titus 2 woman. I want my girls to understand and know, because I'm older than you. I'm to help you understand how to take care of your house and how to take care of your husband.
Okay.
And my kids still read the word. My kids still go to church. My kids still listen to a little bit of everything, just like we do. And my kids understand and know how to treat other people, how to treat the opposite sex, even when they're young. They understand that. And their mindset is kind of sort of old. My kids don't understand what this stupid stuff these kids are doing that. They're
Right.
like, Mama, what is this?
What does that mean? Right.
I would never, right.
Yeah.
And kids nowadays, they, they're quick at the mouth, and you make straight want to slap them.
But I think that has a lot to do with society. And thank you for bringing up the children. We're gonna touch on that subject next Thursday about how kids are from now to the kids back then. And I believe that socialness and the way that the world is now has a lot to do with it. I thank you. You stay joining. Don't forget to like and go to my YouTube page and subscribe. It's under my name. And I'm going to bring somebody else on because I see where I'm going to see if Shan is here.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. No problem, 66. Later.
All right. Shan, I'm going to try to see if you on here. Okay. I don't know how to hang it up. Okay, thank you. Shan, if you still on here, I want to bring you on. You said I love to clean, but my parents didn't clean like Shan is here. Okay, Shan, I'm gonna bring you on. Hey, Unique. It was your sister. She said, hey. It's not Trey. My birthday twin. Okay, Shan, I'm adding you. Hey, Shan. Okay, now your kitchen is just like mine. Okay, Shan. Now say your comment again.
So I love to clean, but Mama and Daddy they don't. I'm not gonna say that they don't.
You breaking up. Sorry.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah. I can hear you.
I like to clean, but my parents don't clean.
Come back towards the phone. Okay, so you don't mind cleaning. Now, you're a single mother. Do you have a man yet? Because I seen the post that you had a man. Shan's not married yet. She ain't gonna get married soon because she a good woman. Now, when you get married, do you think that you're gonna be old school or new school wife? So old school means that we come home from work, we take care of the kids, we make sure we cook, we take care of the we're taking care of the house. Hey, Tank. We're taking care of Tank's mama, sorry. We're taking care of the house. We're doing everything. Plus we work and he's working. That's old school. That's what you we can't hear you. You keep going in and out. I'm sorry.
I said now.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I'm not the best cook, but I do cook. But my man cooks, so he doesn't mind if he has to cook.
Okay. So y'all kind of share the responsibility. We can't hear you.
I come home.
Okay.
I come and I cook now. I clean. I do all that, which I'm fine with doing that. I mean, that's how I was. I mean, I see my parents like that. Mama and Daddy.
Right. So you were raised. So you were raised like that, and so you'll stay old school. Now, let me ask you this: by
Right.
staying old school, do you think that he should pay all the bills? And you take care of the house, like buy the tissue, get the new comforters.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So that's what I do.
Okay.
I buy
So,
all the household.
okay. So to me, that's old school. That's old school.
Right.
Now,
I buy all the clothes. I buy all the comfort. I buy all the household needs.
Okay.
That's what I do.
To me, that's old school. Where
That's
Oh,
what Daddy do.
yeah.
He do everything.
yeah. So I think that that's old school. I think when you get to a certain point of your life where one of the spouses can't do as much as the other spouse, or if something happened and one of the spouses had to go on disability, then that partnership changes because you've been in it so long that you know that you have to pick up the pieces, and that goes back to what Kizzy was saying. The cooking, if I'm working all day, then the person that's at home all day is I see you, Crystal, on YouTube. I see you. Crystal said Proverbs 31 is woman, yes, and yes, pay them bills. Crystal believe that a man should pay all the bills. I believe so. Men on that part, men Emmett has a equal partnership. I am the sole breadwinner, but Emmett is the sole saver because you know Kim likes to have fun. I believe in, okay, we're gonna take this trip. I got this. But if I fall short, then Emmett's coming in. That's just the partnership part that we have. We have separate bank accounts. A lot of people don't believe in that women and men that's married should have separate bank accounts. Let me know what y'all take is on that. But we have separate, hey Lala, we have separate bank accounts. However, because I do make the bread because of the type of career I have, my money goes over into, you know, my money that we when we sit out and we do the bills, my money goes over and the bills come out of his account. Where I pay for my mama to get her hair redone, her hair done every couple of weeks. Well, today I didn't have any money in my account on my Cash App. So Emmett had to pay that hair bill. So in that part, we sacrificed. Account for bills and then separate individual accounts for personal use. Yes, Darica, we don't, so ours is not together for bills. I put over to the bills. We just have separate accounts. Whatever he does with his money left over, he does with his money left over. Whatever I do with my money left over, I kind of do with what I want to on my money left over. So I don't know how people even feel about that. Some people think that their accounts should be together. We have separate accounts too. So Kizzy has an account together and they have separate accounts. I was told that we should have, somebody told me that they think that we should have a together account. In April of next year, me and Emmett will have been married 30 years. We ain't never had a together account. And yes, it works for us. But I know a lot of people have told us, y'all don't have a checking account together. So in that point, that's where I say I'm new school. Because some things I do, it's new school. Where I've always heard women say, don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. So I guess I just kind of took that to head. If he ever asked me what my account number is and what my password is, I would give it to him. It's not a secret, you know. It's not a big thing. It's nothing that I do in my accounts that he doesn't know about. And then I think at one time he got so focused on what was coming in and coming out of my account that we would have arguments about that. And then when that happened, we had to do a little praying and a little soul searching because it became too new school. Like, what comes in, if I'm bringing something to the table, what I'm supposed to bring to the table, what goes in and goes out, shouldn't be an argument about it. But we got over that. That's gone, and that's not an argument anymore. Tracy, what do you mean by it's hard to follow? Are you talking about our topics, how we're switching? Because I think new school wives and old school wives, they're kind of one and the same when you're paying bills. A lot of people say the husband should pay everything. I was never brought up like that. My mom did the same thing I did. She brought to the table. My dad was how did you get over it? How did we get over it with arguing or him wanting to know what came in and came out? So it used to be an argument like, this is my money. And so then the argument started because I would say, this is my money. And he was like, you always want to bring up what your money is, but if we're together, when I have money, it becomes our money. But then when you get mad or you don't want to do something, then or you want to spend too much money, then I would always come up with, this is my money. So I had to learn that hurted his feelings because he didn't make as much as I did. And so I had to understand that throwing that up in his face was a downfall for him. Because I don't know if he felt if he was less of a man or, that he couldn't provide like he wanted to or whatever at that particular time. Because I hear women say all the time, I don't want no man that work in a warehouse. And my man came from a warehouse. He's doing a whole lot better because we both, I put that encouragement in him. I set him up like, look, let's get this together. So I never say what I don't want as far as I didn't want a warehouse man. I'm going to build my man up because I know I got a good man. And so building my man up, he got a better job and he got a career out of his being built up. So now he makes good money and he can do a lot more for his wife and his children and his grandchildren. So it don't always have to be the man that's already in the six figure. You can take the man that's making some pennies and make you a good man. To me, I got the best man in the world, and I'm just saying. Kizzy said, for those who are saying the men should pay all the bills, are y'all women or significant other saving? Is that really fair to have to pay all the bills? Just curious. So Crystal on YouTube says, she said, yes, pay them bills. And then she did a LOL. She says, I guess that's why I'm single. So ladies, Kizzy wants to know, are you saving? Is that why your man is paying all your bills? Because I think that when you become married or in a partnership, it's a partnership. Why would he pay all the bills and be totally broke? And I get to do what I want to with my money. I ain't never been the type of person. My mom we didn't grow up looking at my mom having my dad to pay all the bills. Now my dad was a truck driver and my mom did pick up his check to make sure that the bills were paid, but she did her part as well. That's right. Couples have to do what is best for them. Wise woman build her house and her man. A fool tears it down with her own hand. And that's coming from Crystal. And that's definitely true. Tracy IB says, we grew and my grandfather paid all the bills. She said, so how they grew up is her grandfather paid all the bills. But Tracy, did Miss Mary work? Or did she stay at home with the children? My grandmother spent her money on us. Okay, so Tracy said the grandfather paid all the bills, and her grandmother spent the money in the house like Shan said that she did. So, okay. Crystal, I wish I could write you back. I don't know how to do that yet. I'm getting there, but I'm reading yours and commenting on that. Okay, so Mary worked, and Mary kept her money and took care of the household. So Mary was an old school wife. Mary did work. I know Mary cooked, and she had dinner out on the table because Tracy lived down the street from us. She had dinner out on the table at a certain. Now I will tell you, my mama, my Mary, she didn't cook. My mama didn't cook at all. She didn't cook. She got off of work. She was going to school. We went out to eat a lot. Like most of our childhood, we went out to eat unless my dad was at home because my dad was the cook. When I was married back in '94, we had a joint act and it almost destroyed us. So Lala, what do you mean? You had a joint account. Lala said she and her husband had a joint account and it almost destroyed them. Did it destroy because you were paying the bills and somebody was spending all the money, or he was paying the bills and you were spending all the money? Elaborate so that we'll understand what you mean by that. So I want to hear from I heard from Shan. I want to hear from some more young people who live with their significant other or their spouse, or seriously, he should have his own home established. Therefore, I will know he can handle the household and take care of me. I will contribute to groceries and a housekeeper and the lawn and my grandchildren. Okay, so Crystal, you're saying that, okay, Lala said that her man was spending the money when they had the joint account, so they didn't save. I'm sorry, y'all. Crystal, because I'm not young, so marrying older, some things have to already be established. Okay, so Crystal is saying that the person that she marries, when she gets married, that they have to already be established because she's already an older woman. She wants them to be able to take care of everything, and then she will contribute to the groceries, the housekeeping, and those type of things. Hey, Brittany, so we're talking about old school wives versus new school wives. Old school wives work all day, come home, cook, see after the kids, while the husband works all day, comes home, and do nothing. Or not say nothing, but do, yard work on Saturdays or whatever. And we were just trying to figure out who's old school wife and who's new school wife. Tracy says, I expect that when I grow up, I did my boyfriend and my husband like that, didn't work. I was a slave. Well, she felt, hold on. Tracy says Tracy's at work, y'all, so I have to read her. So I thank her for tuning in. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can get Tracy's other words up here. I can't. Hold on. Okay, so Tracy said, I expected that when I grew up. I did my boyfriends and husbands like that and didn't work. I was a slave. Well, I felt I didn't equal. She felt like she wasn't equal. Okay. So basically Tracy's saying that in her younger years when she was coming up, she did all that. Tracy's going to join us in a minute. Brittany, do you have anything to say? Because you're newly married. I'd love to bring you on. You give me your take. You in for joining? I'm going to try to add Brittany and see if she'll come on. Because Brittany's, they haven't even had their year anniversary. So Brittany's new to being married. Brittany's connected. Hey, Britt. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm trying to catch up.
That's all right. So we were trying to figure out, are most women out here old school? Do they believe in old school wives or the new school where everybody meet in the middle? Old school wives, you're coming in, you're working, you cleaning, you cooking, you taking care of the kids. That. Husbands just come in, eat what they cook, you do your bit, the new.
I would say no, not old school. We split a lot of the responsibility.
Okay.
And I feel like that's what works for us. It might not work for everybody, but we split a lot of the responsibility. He helps out with everything,
Okay.
like the cooking, the cleaning, like.
So you
we
new
split-
school. So new school is I need you to bring it. We bringing it in the middle. We gonna
Yeah.
separate it, and it
And
is
then
what it
sometimes
is.
you gotta understand that sometimes it might not be 50-50 all the time. You might have to do more than the other person. I just think that comes with understanding, like that person's workload might be heavier than yours at one point in time. So it kind of changes, and it can't be like, this way, one way all the time. So
Okay.
for me, I'm just like, whoever needs something different at that time, we just meet each other in the middle.
Okay. So today I got off of work at 6:30. I had already had my meal planned because I plan my meals out because everybody know I'm pescatarian and Emmett still eats meat. And so I catch myself cooking 2 different meals. But I came home late. I got home at 6:30. I normally get home at 5. I got home at 6:30. I got that meal together. Had it ready. I mean, because he has to go to work at night. And I cook every day. Like, I literally cook every day unless we going out to dinner on a date or whatever.
Right.
A lot of people at work was like, I don't get that you come home and you cook every day. I think mine is more when we first got together, I was cooking and I was an okay cook, but now I think I'm a master chef. Just saying. But I enjoy cooking for my husband. That brings delight to me. That brings smiles to him. So that's an enjoyment that I do, cooking for my husband. Now,
Right.
usually if I didn't have to get on here, we would sit at the table, we talk or whatever, because that's our time before he goes off
Right.
and goes to work.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if he didn't work nights and he worked a daytime job, I don't really know if I would cook as much.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, I just feel like I'm obligated to cook because he does work at night and he sleeps all day. However,
Right.
if we both were in the daytime, I don't really think I would cook as much as I do now. I do enjoy it, but I ain't gonna be busting that in that kitchen sick, because I literally cook 6 days a week, and 6, maybe 7. I know.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. I love it, but it
I
is a
mean,
lot.
You
It-
make sacrifice when you're in a relationship and you care about that person. So like, if you know, okay, this is what our time is, then I think that's cool.
Okay, so I think you new school.
Yeah. But I mean, sometimes I get in my ways where I'm like, I might be old school for a while, and then I fall out.
So let me ask you this: do you cut grass?
I don't know.
So she's not cutting no grass. She's not doing none of that part.
I
So
don't take the trash out. I don't.
Yeah. I will take the trash out. I have, but for the most
He
part, I
don't want
don't.
me to. I will, like, if he's gone or something, and I'm like, I just want to get this. Like, I'm actually about to do it now. But he be like, he don't want me to do it.
Okay.
So, like,
So y'all definitely new school. You
Yeah,
new school.
yeah.
Y'all bringing it to the middle, and you working it out. Just like Lee said, I see where Lee's saying as far as the communication and the roles. You just pick up. He already told you, my baby ain't taking no trash out.
mm-hmm.
So it's already communicated that you're not the trash taker out. And both of y'all cook. Now, paying the bills.
I cook more, but like he's more because he's off on the weekends. He'll cook like breakfast on the weekends.
Okay,
or something
okay,
like that.
okay.
So he really don't cook throughout the week because he.
So you 9 to 5? Are you a 9 to?
I'm just an entrepreneur now.
Okay, so you at home.
As of April, yeah. But
Okay.
at first, I used to work them long shifts and still have to come home and, deal with baby girl and do it all. And it was rough.
Yeah. Okay. So at some point you was kind of new. I mean old, and then you would jump back into your new. But I think you're more new school, and I could be
yeah.
wrong. I think
Yeah.
you're more new school because you
Yeah.
need. I need that part on you. I need you to get that part done. Like, I need you to bring this part.
And he knows, like, you know, you gotta also understand what your person's love language is. Like, you know, my love language is, if you see I got a whole lot of workload, take something from
Right.
me. That's usually my responsibility, and just, you
Run
know,
with
do it. And
Yeah.
his is physical. Like, so even if I'm dead dog tired and he just want to cuddle or whatever, I gotta be like, okay, let me find that time for that.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, thank you for joining. I see and join me next Thursday. We're gonna talk about these parenting, new school, old school parenting, because
Oh, yeah.
we definitely have these kids out here who think they mama them is they homegirl. So we're gonna talk
Yeah.
about it. But that's probably not what I'm gonna talk about. I am gonna bring that topic up because that's a lot. That's a lot right there. I gotta get some questions
Right.
down for that one.
I like that.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Uh-oh. Okay, y'all. So I was trying to wait on my homegirl. I don't think she's gotten off of work yet, but I don't want to keep y'all. I thank y'all for joining in. If y'all can go to my YouTube page, which is Kimberly Chappell. It's Kimberly, and it's Chappel. Subscribe, share my video. Listen, I have some videos up there, more to come. Hey T, sorry about the death of your babe's dad. Call me later, 214-605-5115 if I can do anything. But you guys, I really thank you for joining. I'm gonna come up with a great topic next Thursday. I don't know if it'll be about the kids, but it will be a great topic. And we'll talk about it. Again, if you guys can go to YouTube, join my YouTube page, subscribe, share this video, and I thank you. And I am signing off. This is Kimberly Chappell with Let's Talk About It. Thanks, everyone.